Yo guys, what's up? So I'm working through the new fembots on chess.com. This series of 5 themed chess bots modelled on famous women from history who've achieved great things in honor of Women's History Month. So quite honestly, I've not been convinced so far. We've done Jane Goodall, we've done Hedy Lamarr and Ada Lovelace, and they all seem to have a similar characteristic, which is that they seem to play very solid and stronger than their rating, and then just occasionally just blow up. So, next up is Mary Jackson. And it says, Mary Jackson made history as NASA's first black female engineer. Her story is featured in the 2016 movie Hidden Figures, which celebrates her accomplishments as a pioneer and leader. She's apparently rated 1200. We're going to do a game with the white pieces, we're going to do a game with the black pieces, and let's see what happens. Okay, I'm just going to ignore all the chat because it doesn't really add anything to the game, but you know, you can learn something about the character there. Okay, so we've got a normal opening, and I'm going to go with the Scotch. I'm going to try this Goering Gambit if we can. Here is the Goering Gambit. So we've just given up one pawn, and opponent declines the second pawn. I think this is probably the strongest move. Now this pawn here is undefended, so if we take, she's got queen takes, really don't know the proper continuation here. If I pin the knight, I'm going to lose that, and then she's got a target on there as well. Let's push on. Push on, at least it takes the f6 square away from the knight. Okay, and now... Okay, the temptation is to play like queen b6 or something like this, or even... I can't do that. Okay, let's take. Let's take. So I'm one pawn down right now, but I am slightly ahead in development. Okay. Knight attacks this, it is defended. This is under attack. If she takes... I take queen, that's not really the point. Knight e4 is playable. I think knight e4 looks pretty good actually. I could... Oh, so it looks like she's planning to fianchetto. This knight is undefended. I have 2 attackers, 2 defenders. I'm going to pin the knight though. Pinning the knight means I get this move. Okay, and the bishop's gone the other way, which is curious. If I take, I could take this pawn with queen or knight, yeah? Take, you've got a bishop on here looking at this knight, presently undefended. Bishop out here, she's got bishop e7 blocking. I think castles is fine. So does it feel like I'm playing a 1200 now? This is what I found in these games, that the opponents seem to be playing much stronger than their advertised rating, or estimated rating, and then they just completely barf. Okay, we do have a trade here. Trade and then win this. But the problem then is, with the bishop on here, if Mary trades knights, hang on, the knight takes, this is just undefended. So I think I've got to drop back. And if this, I could then walk into this, but then I've got there, so let's try that. Slightly sniffly, but I'm awake because I've just had my breakfast with some good old-fashioned chili. It's a big load of bacon and eggs, but with a little bit of King Reaper pickle, made with the world's hottest chili, the Carolina Reaper. And it does, I have to say, put a little spring in one step. Okay. Queen d3 is a common move here. Breaking the pin and also still defending the knight. Then if this, we just take, so looks good. And white now has some decent development here, and I'm castled. And I'm very tempted just to snatch that knight off the board. I really am, because if this pawn moves, we've got a great square here as well. So good night, horse. And this is what I'm talking about. Any human player would have just captured the bishop. So what do? Do I drop back to f4? Puts 2 defenders on there. Looks okay. Huh? Okay, so opponent's king isn't castled. Our king is. Open up the centre. Pretty straightforward. First sanity check. Queen can't take. This is guarded by the knight. Pawn takes. And you're in a world of pain now. Rook fe1. Line it up with the king. Prepare a discovery. Now this is actually a double check. So queen can't take the knight and bishop can't take the rook because the king's in check from both. So neither move gets them out of check. However, we've got to then bear in mind what can the king do. So if knight here, you can't go there, you can't go there because of the bishop. You can't go there. You can't go there, you can't go there. So if knight here, king has to go to f8. And then I have this. Then the king can't go there, can't stay there, can't go there, can't go there, can't go there. Is that mate? Let's find out. Let's figure it out first. No, 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 no. Bloody is, you know. Look at that. Look. Okay, so it's like she played 10 good moves and then just went like that. Anyway, let's play again. That was gorgeous. What a checkmate there. That was lovely and completely forced, I do believe. Right then, Mary. Let's switch sides of the board and see what you've got. All normal, normal, normal. And the Spanish. I think we've had the Spanish in every game so far. When they play with the white piece. Okay. I think the engine prefers taking on d4, but... Okay, I can take here. Puts this pawn a little bit overextended. But I don't like having my opponent's pieces in my half of the board, so it's time to get rid. Okay, c6. Kicks the bish. This pawn, again, is annoying, preventing my knight's natural development. We could actually instead just go on the offensive and play something like this, but then g3... I don't know. But again, it's just hard to fight this this feeling that all you have to do is just not do anything stupid because your opponent is about to. Okay, let's bring the bishop out. Okay, this all looks very sensible. I'm not sure about fianchettoing this bishop. How about this though? And takes, maybe takes. That doesn't work because it's then attacked twice. Here, see, I'd like to make a light squared pawn chain here, but this pawn is annoying me. How about knight here? Something like that. That looks okay. It keeps the knight out of this square, maybe. Oh, okay. So probably castles. That felt like an odd one. Okay, you going to castle as well? No, you're just going to blunder this. Oh, no, you're not. Okay. Right, my piece down. It's really hard when you expect your opponent to do something stupid. Because you kind of bank on it. This is one of the problems that I have sometimes with playing against low-rated opponents. I'm looking for their mistakes and forget to look for my own. I'd like to do this. The pawn takes, I take here. That's a discovery on the queen. But her position is in shatters now. Okay, this is actually a double attack on the queen. This wins a pawn back with a discovery, you see. Question is, what's the best? Here, I'm attacking the rook. I think I just win material that way. Yeah. I mean, what the hey? Do I want to trade off? Do I want to trade rooks? Maybe not. I could just grab a free pawn here, attack the knight. Yeah. I could also kick this bishop at some point. Here, maybe here. Really try and neutralise that bishop a bit. Let's do that. I still have this free pawn. What's wrong with you? Takes... no, what do we do? If I take there and she takes here, the knight hangs. So she doesn't actually have time to take that pawn. So she's got to do something with the knight. Again. It's the same old story. I'm +3, let's simplify. Got a queen against 2 bishops. Now 2 bishops can be quite a powerful force. Has to be said. h5, h4, h3. Or do we want to get the rook off the board as well? Just try and get the rook off the... What are you doing? What are you doing? Who's crying? Do it. What are you doing? Come on. You're a big fatty, aren't you? Get this one. Get this one. Hello. Say hello to the boys and girls. She can't see you, or probably he. He's a bit of a monster, this one. Can't see you because you've got your eyes closed, haven't you? You're only 3 days old. Yeah? Don't worry. Okay. So Mary's thrown in a check. Oh! Is that winning? See, if I go here, rook takes rook as mate. If I go here, bishop just takes with check. Do I have to sack my queen? That was a really, really smart move. I have to sack off my queen. And now I've got a very dangerous pawn. So I think my priority here is to eliminate this d-pawn, yeah? If I just trade off 1, 2... I trade off... See, 1 bishop in the endgame isn't always such a problem. It comes down to the pawns. 5 against 5. It would definitely be... No, I think I need to... But the problem is, if this rook stays there, my king is then quarantined. So I think I have to do this. And I think I just have to come across now. I'm actually hanging a pawn here. See that? What a move. Would a 1200 have found that move? Maybe. Maybe. See, if I save this pawn, and I haven't got time to... so I have to give up the pawn. Alright, now this. Okay, we win the pawn. This is good. Now, king here and that actually wins the bishop, so she has to be aware to extricate the bishop. Okay, there you go. Now put my pawns on light squares. And it's 4 on 4, but not very hopeful here. Let's hit the bish. Defends. Now she's going to want to try and get the bishop around to attack this rearmost pawn. It's not very hopeful at all. At least these two pawns are doubled. I can just keep going backwards and forwards. This pawn's going to end up here. She's going to want to get her king around to h7, I think, to attack that now. There's really not much I can do. I can try and go after the a pawn. That was unusual. Now that, and gives up another pawn. This is, look, this is what I'm talking about. It's completely random, the quality of play. Okay, so I'm 2 pawns up, but she has the bishop. I think we push. That keeps the king out of here. Hit the bishop. Push again. Now, if you cannot get, and the king can't guard that square. So you see what I'm thinking? If I push b3, she's got to take. And then, how does she stop this pawn goes there? The king, I think, is too... takes. King here. Maybe. And now... and we get a queen. I mean, what the hell? That was a lost position. This is a fork. Check. I can actually afford to trade my queen for the bishop now as well. Got to be a bit careful, leaving all my good stuff on dark squares. No stalemate ideas. It's got this, not right now. Queen here guards both of these, and then I think queen there is mate. Yeah. So really, really odd. Really, really odd. I mean, that game was just completely lost. And then Mary just threw in some absolute garbage moves. So, yeah, profoundly unsatisfying. Once again, that's 4 out of 4. I'm just not convinced. I don't know what the programmers, what the modelers are doing with these bots, but nah, thumbs down from me, I'm afraid, guys. So there you go. I think that's 2 games. Don't fancy playing anymore, but yeah. So avoid. That is my point of view. I think there's much better bots out there. I'd go on to Lichess and play the Maya bots if you can. Even the Fairy Stockfish is more realistic stuff than this. So yeah, I know. I'm sure the chess.com engineers are having fun, but I don't know. It's not doing it for me. Okay, so thanks for watching, everybody. See you soon.